Simple Present Tense.
Today, we're learning about the simple present tense. Can you tell me when we use it?
I think it's for things that happen all the time, like habits or routines.
That's absolutely right. The simple present is used for habits, routines, and actions that happen regularly. For example, I brush my teeth every morning.
So, it's just for routines?
Not only routines. It's also used for general truths or facts. For example, the sun rises in the east or water boils at 100 degrees Celsius.
Oh, I see. But what about when we talk about schedules?
Great point. We use the simple present for schedules or fixed timetables, especially for public transportation, events, or official plans. For example, the train leaves at 8 a.m. or the class starts at 10 o'clock.
That makes sense. But why do we sometimes use simple present in storytelling?
Good observation. The simple present tense is often used in narrative forms to make a story or event feel more immediate and engaging. For example, so, I walk into the room, and everyone looks at me.
That's interesting. But I'm confused about he, she, and it. Why do we add an s to the verb?
That's one of the most common rules in the simple present. When the subject is he, she, or it, we add s or s to the base verb. For example, he works hard. She watches TV. This is called subject-verb agreement.
What about negative sentences or questions?
Good question. For negatives, we use do not or does not. For example, I do not like coffee. He does not play football. And for questions, we use do or does at the beginning. Do you like coffee? Does he play football?
I see. But what's the difference between does and do?
Does is used with he, she, and it. Do is used with I, you, we, and they. For example, does she work here? Do they live nearby?
Got it. But why do we say, does she work here? Instead of does she works here?
Excellent question. In questions and negatives, we use the base form of the verb because the s is already included in does. So, does she work here? Is correct, not does she works here.
That makes sense now. Thank you, teacher. I'll practice forming questions and negatives.
Great idea. Don't forget to practice with both regular and irregular verbs.